Hey out there, guys. It's Leroy Hawkson here again with EAN, that is Africa, Esports Africa News. And today we are here with Sunday Akor. For those of you who do not remember Sunday, he's a game developer of Honest Chronicles. He's all about marketing and pushing games for the African continent. And today we are here to talk about one of his recent releases that has really been doing well on the Google Play Store and iOS. So before we get in, let me introduce you to him. Sunday, welcome to the show.
Thank you for the introduction. As you said, I'm Sunday Akor, and I'm the developer of Virago.
So Sunday, before we get into the discussion, just tell us a bit more about yourself, how you got into gaming, and yeah.
I got into game development when I was in the year 2019. I love playing video games in general, like Super Mario and Legend of Zelda, all these side-scrolling games. So one day I decided that I was going to make my own video game. Although the game was, quite, trash. Let me just use that word. It was like it was stick figures, the walking animation, everything was bad. But although that was still my first game, so I was proud of myself in the project. But I uploaded the game on somewhere called Congregate. Congregate is an online platform where you can play your game like a web platform, so anybody can just go and play it. So I played my game there, in the hopes of maybe I can make money from this. So I saw a lot. I got around 118 users. I saw 118 people playing the game, and I was happy. Like people actually playing my game, and I was making money from ads at that point. But the issue was those 118 people that played. I got like 4 or 5 reviews. All of them, they were giving him 1 stars, talking about how bad the game was, how this person shouldn't just make games or something. Because I was happy people were playing it, but when I discovered that there's the review, I got discouraged from making video games because I've always wanted to make a video game. I first of all, I've been learning marketing, so I was like, if I want to use my marketing skill, I want it to be on a video game. Initially, I was being told that I should use a skill on an app, any app I want to build, but I don't have interest in running apps where I have a company and all this thing. They have to be focusing on investors and all this. All the idea of all that sounds stressful to me. So I want a platform I can manage my own, get my own revenue, and probably make a sequel. That's why I chose game development.
Like you said, when I also saw the game, the first thing I thought was, isn't this Limbo? It was the first thing I thought. So I have to ask, was that an inspiration for this story? When you were developing it, did you look to games like Limbo and the like for inspiration for your game?
I said, initially, I think I said I love platforming games, and Limbo is a platforming game. Yeah. When I played Limbo, I think back in 2014, 15, I played it on my brother's laptop. The game was very nice. It was an atmospheric game. Like you could feel yourself in that character whenever something bad happens. Like if a spider should get the character, you could like feel it because there's this fear in it, or there's this ambience, let's say, or sound that you feel, that you can feel every movement, every jump. So that's what I used for my character. I made her like you could see other characters. Their face, everything is not black. It's only my character. The Willow, the Virago, that she's black. The rest, all of them, they have like skin color. They're like humans, but she's the only one that is black because I want her to be the only one that kind of feel. Because I'm trying to show that at least I didn't really put more design so that everybody can know that it's not only just a black woman or a white man. It can be anybody that can experience that kind of thing she's going to be experiencing. So that was one reason why I didn't give her this thing. And also Limbo was the one that inspired the design because I love the atmosphere of the game. So I decided to use the idea for it. There's also many games like Hollow Knight also inspired the character. I don't know if you noticed, but the character doesn't have hands. She just has the body and legs. The Hollow Knight, the character doesn't have a hand. It just have body and legs. So I use that design and that design aspect for the game. I also use a game called Night in the Woods. It's another platforming game. I used that, like the background building. They were inspired from a game called Night in the Woods. Basically, many platforming games, like even Super Mario, there's a bouncing aspect in the game. That's when she enters another reality. There's a game called Super Mario. It's a game where you don't really know what's happening. Like spikes can come up anywhere. I used some level design from that game and added it to my game, like when she's hallucinating or something. So I basically a bunch of platform games. I used the idea, and a lot of people say, try to be original. That's what I see on many game developers try to tell their followers. So the ones that sell courses saying that you should try to be original, shouldn't try and copy from other games. And a lot of people now go and make this mistake trying to be too original, where people playing don't understand the concept of the game. At least you need to give people an idea. Like people now, I see a lot of people. Whenever I post, people can already tell me, was this scene inspired from this film? Like there's a Family Guy reference in the game, so they can tell me all this because they are actually familiar with all those things. Not that there's a whole new concept now, like maybe a game where as you're moving, you're shrinking, then you have to enter in blocks. That's very, very new. So to get that out to a very large audience, it's going to take some time because people need to start understanding the concept, and that requires harder marketing. You need to take more time to know who the audience will be for that kind of game. So mine is more of a universal audience because it has a little bit of something for everybody.
And I also like some of the features from your Steam version, such as the delayed attack. But it seems like some people weren't really okay with it. I don't know if you moved that onto the Android version or the iOS version. I believe there was one person I read their comments complaining about the delayed attack. But I thought of it as more of, okay, maybe she's going through a lot, so she can't really, her mind isn't working as fast as her body, something like that. But how did you tackle that kind of situation?
Yeah, initially, the reason why I made the attacks delayed was because I'm seeing like it's a little girl, holding a knife. So she's not supposed to be able to like do like this. Like she's not experienced using knife. She just randomly found a knife and now she's seeing to attack. So I can't make up already too experienced. I wanted the attack to be delayed. But I realized that was a bad idea because the people playing my game, once they start entering the first scene, second scene, third scene, it's a game that will slowly start calming you down because it's not really a very fast-paced game. It's something slow. So those people they're supposed to experience something slow. But later, the enemies that now start attacking, they start attacking fast, and then the character attacks slow. So you have to use some calmness or precision to beat the enemies. But most people want to just progress quickly. So instead, I had to make a new update where I made her to attack faster now, and because of this thing. Although the team was now that I fixed it, the attack and everything, I didn't really see. I didn't really see people leaving reviews of saying how the attack is better now. People only leave review to talk about the bad things on the game. It's only few people who leave review to explain the concept of the game. But if something is fixed, most people don't really tend to go back to say, "All right, it's fixed now." Just play once and that's all. Although I think I've seen some reviews of people saying how they like that it was slow attack, and some people saying they didn't like how it was slow. But although I had to fix it in the game where you can decide if you want it to be slow or fast attack. So anyone that wants to actually experience the game how I want it to be, they can experience it that way. Or if they want to experience it easier, like some people, they don't just go through the story and finish it. So they can choose to finish it however they want.
Mm-hmm. So what lessons did you learn when, like, this game was first initially released on Steam? So what lessons did you learn from the game on Steam before you moved it onto Android and iOS?
All right. At first, I think my game probably would have had more sales than it had now if Steam allowed Nigerians to upload their game. I think Steam is blocked in Nigeria, but I was lucky to have a Steam developer reach out to me saying that I can upload my game here. Other Nigerians can't upload their game, and that's very, very sad and it's very difficult for them. So the lesson I learned from uploading my game on Steam was I uploaded my games when other big companies were uploading their game. Like I saw WWE uploaded their game same day as me, and there were some, let me say, Japanese fighting games that played the same day as me, and those games already have like a very well-known gaming audience. So the fact that I won't happen to make it in the new and trending on Steam was even surprising to me because those games, they already have a very, very big established audience. So, me making it for at least a certain amount of time it was very nice because I should have chosen a better release date, but I decided to release it that time because I didn't really understand. I didn't really know that playing a game at this time could really affect my sales, but I still did it that way because I felt like my audience, the people that download my game, very different from people that download WWE. But I didn't know that if your games are new and trending on Steam, it's anybody that can come and download it. So the next game I'm going to work on is going to, I'll make sure it's uploaded in the time when no any other big companies are uploading their game. And also, one thing I did is, if another lesson I learned is, if you're playing your game, I notice that this thing is going to be too hard to pass. Like you're playing the game, you're testing by yourself. I notice, all right, this is going to be too hard to pass. Then, or if you even just like, maybe it's too hard to pass at first when you're testing, but later you start passing it when you're used to your own game, then you should change that and make it easier. Because if it's too hard for you and you later get to it, then it will be too hard for other people that probably will never get to it. So I recommend you change it to make it easier. Yeah, I think that was so far the lessons I learned when I'm playing my game on Steam.
And now the game is on Google Play Store. It's on iOS. I'm going to talk about the Google Play Store because I didn't know it was on iOS until later. So I've not really gone to check on that. But on Google Play Store, it got to the top 10 rated games in the US. I don't know how long it stayed there, but at least it got to there. How does it feel to get to that top new games released top 10 in the US?
Yeah, it was very surprising. I immediately announced to my followers on TikTok that Virago has finally been released on Google Play. I was seeing a lot of downloads, like it was just so much. I was seeing a lot of reviews also. Although the thing was, the version of the Virago that's on the Google Play is different from the one on Steam. That game, I made the game so that I could probably get 1 million downloads. The strategy for that was each level in that game, it's going to be inspired by my TikTok followers. And the games, every week I'll be uploading new episodes. So that I noticed on Google Play, you can easily lose downloads. If someone download, they can undownload quickly. But the reason why I'm able to maintain a very good delete or download to delete ratio, like the amount of, maybe I can get, let's say, 2,000 downloads, and after 2,000, usually a game developer experiences 1,000 to 1,500 deletions and only just 500 active users. But me, I can get up to 2,000 downloads and only get 200 deletions. The reason why it's like that for me is because my game is episodic. I decided to make that each week I'll be uploading new levels. So people now, they want to like see the new level that I'll upload. And the new level is going to be inspired by my TikTok followers. Someone can comment something like, can you make a level where she meets this old woman that does this for her? And instantly I'll choose the one that I want. Then I'll make the level and I'll reply to it on TikTok and post that this person inspired this level. Other people will see, wow, then that means them to the castle parts, and they'll get up to 200,000 likes, 100,000 likes. Then they'll come and check out the level, they'll play the level. So that was my strategy. And it's been working the past 2 weeks. I've been seeing whenever I post any level, they'll go back to download the level. That was the strategy. And then, yeah, from that, my game just started just in a week, just for a week that I stayed on the top 10 list in the US. Currently, I think Virago is the 200 game in the whole world. But it's no more in the top 10 list anymore because a lot of games, I think a lot of companies, they use ads to promote their game. My game is organic, so I think it's going to be easier for them to beat my game. And I don't plan on running ads to promote my game, so my game is totally free, everything. So anyways, I also launched a paid game on the Google Play Store. That's the Virago that is on Steam. I launched it on the Play Store. The game is $3 also on the Play Store. And the game, I think it appeared on number 7 in the US store. And I think it was number 3 on the UK store. So the game sold a lot. When I closed it, I didn't even expect it to even get any sales because initially my mind is, which person using Android phone is going to want to buy a video game? Because I just wanted to just place it there just for placing. Because I saw Limbo, they placed that game there for I think $4 or $5, and the game has over 1 million sales. So I'm saying, I don't know, maybe I could be like them. So I just decided to just place my game for $3. The first day, I didn't even get any sale. Although that was my mistake. I didn't even announce to any of my followers that I've placed this new Virago. I just expected to just get sales. So I didn't get any sale. Then I was like, all right, I guess I'll just leave it here. Maybe any of my followers that randomly stumble upon this, they can say, oh, wow, this game is here. Let me try and get it. Then the next day, I was now working on a video that I was going to post, tell them that Virago has been released on this thing. But I felt I wasn't really feeling well that day, so I decided to post it the next day. But that day, I saw $60 that I made $60. So I was wondering, who is this people that are buying this game? Because I didn't expect to get any money. So I saw most of them were from the UK that bought my game. Then later, I decided to actually post that you can get this version of Virago on the Play Store. Then that day when I posted, I got around $170 or something. So now the game is making anywhere from $20 to $30 a day. That's on the Google Play Store. And I haven't posted on TikTok in a long while. So when I post, I'm sure the sales will probably increase. The same thing with the downloads. Like maybe I get, let's say five, like on Steam currently. On Steam, I'm getting anywhere from 5 to 10 sales a day. That's $50 to $100 a day. Then on the Google Play, I'm getting anywhere from, I think, Google Play, I'm getting 6 to 9, I'm not sure, 4 to 9 sales a day. So I think that's what, let me say 30. Okay, that's anywhere from $20 to $30 a day. So currently from just the Steam and Google Play, I make at least $200 a day.
So what are your next plans for Virago?
Yeah, Virago have been released on the Google, on the App Store. I haven't even announced that to my fans yet also, but I will post a video today announcing it. But so far, I said I've made at least $118, I think, and I haven't even announced the game yet. I don't know. I see a lot of videos on TikTok or on YouTube that they are posting the gameplay of Virago, and I didn't even know that people are posting themselves playing the game right now. And I'm like, since when did I announce that this game is available on App Store, that people are posting themselves playing? So that means a lot of my fans, they are just going to App Store, they'll be searching Virago until now it's finally released, then now they are not getting the game. So yeah, but the unfortunate thing is I wanted to release the free and paid the same day, but Google, they are delaying the free, because I think Google App Store, they are delaying the free version because they are saying that the game is a copy of an already popular game called Virago. So they're like, they're saying I'm copying my own game. So now I have to write to Google, to App Store, telling them that this is my game. It's just a sequel. It's not that I'm copying another developer. So yeah, that's what I'm struggling right now with App Store. Also, there's a new game that is going to come out very soon. It's called Virago Run. That's going to be my first casual game. That game, I've already gotten more than 3,000 pre-register, and the game will be free. How I plan to get money from ads and in-app purchases. So the game is going to be free. That's one I even expect to get my most downloads probably, because it's a casual game, just running, jumping, spikes. But I also have a little bit of the Virago element in it, like how someone following, the original character that follows you. So the character for like Temple Run will be following you, but in 2D, he'll be following you, be running, jumping. You meet people that can help you. You get power-ups. Yeah, you can also buy a lot of items that can help you. So yes, that's so far those are my plans. But I also want to make a new game. But the game is going to be called, I think, Everyone. So I've not thought of the name yet, but it's going to be a game almost how the Virago character is designed, but different. I want it like pencil design. That's how I want the character to look, not laptop design. This time, like a pencil character. That's a new game I have in mind, but I'll probably release that maybe next year or something. Because currently this year I'm just going to focus on growing my Virago brand and resting a little bit. So I want to grow the Virago brand to a very big brand. Let it probably be the biggest gaming company in Africa or in Nigeria or something. I want it to reach its max potential.
So Virago, we've spoken a lot about it, but what about Honest Chronicles Studios? Where are we going to see some hiring to get Virago to a better state? Are we going to be seeing anything else? What is happening with Honest Chronicle?
Yes, I've seen a lot of people asking me that they would like to work for Honest Chronicle and everything, but I don't understand how the hiring and everything works. So I don't hire somebody. Then I'm wondering, so am I supposed to take this person? So I'll probably give that some time to see how far I grow. I've met a lot of people saying that they want to invest in my company. They are calling big figure, and I'm not ready for those kind of figures. So I'll tell them that I'll talk later about this. But now I just want to run my game smoothly and grow then whatever it reaches, I can probably hire. But I don't really have any of that in my right now. I don't want to just scale my game to the top.
All right. So thank you so much for your time, Sunday. It's been a pleasure having you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about? Any new games you're working on apart from Virago? Anything else we should know about? Anything coming up in the next couple of years?
Yes, I said I'm making a game called Everyone. Although I can't really show the screenshot right now, but the game is called Everyone. Oh, let me see if I can show it. Okay, I can't. Anyway, the game is going to be called Everyone, and the character design is something I don't think I've ever been shown. Except when I say it's a limbo, like the character design is very different, and the world, everybody will look the same. Like you barely know who you are, and the concept of the game is going to be everybody will have time on their head, like a time limit on their head. So that time limit on their head is showing how long they take before they pass away. So your character, your goal is to you like talk to them, you understand how they are, then try to fix what is going on with them. Like maybe somebody now that his time is about to go, maybe a car crash is about to happen to him, so you have to stop it. That's a new concept of game of taking up. But that'll be next year. Next year I'll probably release the game.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Sunday. It's been a pleasure having you. And we'll definitely be keeping up with you and what's happening with Honest Chronicle. In fact, me, myself, I must send CV for job.
Okay. All right.
All right, Sunday. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, Sunday.